Okay, so we calculated the electric field in the last video, and I'll link it down below. Now we want to visualize the electric field with Python, in particular VPython. So just a reminder, so if I have this point charge right here, Q, and I have some observation location X, and I want to find the electric field at that location, there's no charge there. We're just finding the electric field there. So I have this vector RQ, the location of the charge. I have vector RO, the location of the observation point. So I need this vector R from the charge to the location, RO minus RQ, and then I can calculate the electric field as a vector like that. Okay. Now, in order to visualize this, we're going to use two visual objects in VPython. So the first is a sphere, and I've actually added onto these so you can see what they look like. So the sphere is a built-in function in Python, in VPython, I'm sorry. And one of the important things that we need to know is the position function of it. And so that's an attribute of the sphere, and it's the location of the center. That seems clear. Now, what about the electric field? I'm going to represent that as a vector. Now, there are two important quantities, two important attributes of an arrow in Python. And the first is the position. So I put a little blue dot here for the position. That's where the arrow starts. The next is axis. Axis is a vector from the position to the end. So axis will be the electric field, and POS will be the location where I want to show the electric field. Okay, so let's get to it. I've already started a program. I've already have the same initial position and electric and observation location as the first electric field in the previous question. Now, I did do something different. I put here the RQ as a vector 0, 0, 0. I didn't do that the first time. Okay, and then observation location, but it all still works out the same. And I printed the electric field. So now we're going to do this. Let's make the charge. We need it to give it a name. Let's call it QQ, Q1, and it's an object sphere, and its position is RQ. Okay, so I could type in vector 0, 0, 0, or I could just, I've already said what that was, so I'm just going to use the same thing. Now I need to know the radius. Let's just give it a radius of, radius is 0.005. That might be too small. And the color, I like yellow. It just shows up nice. Okay, and let's run it and see what this looks like. So now in this case, there's nothing really great here because it's zoomed in, right? It's at the origin, so we don't really have anything. Let's put another point where we want to calculate the electric field. So let's call this the observation location. And let's also make it a sphere, just so we can see where we're going to be looking at. And its position is going to be RO. Its radius, I want to make it smaller, so it's going to be 0.001. And it's going to be white, so I'll just leave it like that. And let's run this. Okay, that looks good. So there's my charge, and there's the location where I want to find the electric field. Now I need to draw the electric field. So let's just do this. And there's going to be a mistake. Okay, this is an important number down here. We'll see in a second. So I'm going to say E arrow equals an object type arrow. The position is going to be RO. And then the axis is going to be the vector that we already calculated, E. The color, let's make it cyan. And let's run this. And this is not going to work. Spoiler alert. Does it give me an error? Object. Oh. POS equals. It's still not going to work. So you're like, oh, it worked. No, it didn't work. Because look, I had the distance from the charge to the location was 5 centimeters. And this is 10 kilometers size. Because here's the problem. We have this electric field, but we're drawing the electric field. So the electric field has to have, the arrow has to have a length. And I use the magnitude of the electric field, but this shows it in meters, so that doesn't make sense. So we need to have a scaling factor in here. So let's call this E scale is going to be equal to the distance, let's say 0.01 divided by, I'm just trying to think here, mag of E. And then over here for the axis, I'm going to say not just E, but E scale times E. And let's try that out and see how that works. Yeah, that worked. I'm pretty happy, see? And just so you know, this is a 3D environment. You can rotate around and stuff like that. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, now let's do this. Let's do the other locations. I had in part 2, I had this at 0.7 and 0.05, and now let's rerun it. Boom. That was easy. And then the other one, I had this at, oh, what was it? This is at, the charge is at 0.05, 0.07. And then the observation location was at negative 0.03 and 0.04. There you go. Now, oh, you maybe think that's a little too small. Well, just change the scaling factor, right? Okay. I think that's a good introduction. I'd like to stop there. In the next example, I want to plot a bunch of electric fields around a single point charge just for fun. Okay.